Sustainable Development Goal number 7 is one of the 17 SDGs established by United Nations General Assembly in 2015 for its member countries to meet by the year 2030. Almost a billion people, mostly in rural areas, lack access to electricity, and they must fulfill the necessities without any electricity at all. Every year, the demand for energy and electricity increases, and most of it is generated by unsustainable and non-renewable resources.
Sustainable Development Goal number 7 basically encourages affordable and clean energy. SDG 7 helps to enhance the health and livelihood of billions of people by having access to clean, modern, renewable energy sources. There would also be substantial health advantages since now many alternative lighting sources like outdoor lighting are a significant source of pollution, damaging people's well-being and the environment. This goal also highlights using renewable energy sources such as geothermal panels, wind, hydropower, biofuels and such, so that the usage of fossil fuels can be dropped significantly, its effects on the environment are managed, and the global consequence of climate change be greatly reduced so that our world can breathe and heal. For instance, with appropriate illumination and a steady supply of power in the evening, students may read and do homework continuously, and households can listen to the radio, watch television, or create revenue. There would also be health benefits since many alternative lighting sources, like kerosene lamps, are a significant source of pollution, damaging people's health and the environment. According to the United Nations Environmental Program, the lack of access to energy supplies and transformation systems is a constraint to human and economic development. If every individual in the globe were to have access to energy, our civilization can progress quicker, and many people can profit from it and rise from their existing status or circumstance.
Its three core targets are the foundation for our work. First, ensure universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services. Globally, 759 million people, 1 out of 10, do not have a source of electricity to light their households, preserve their food, or remain cool amid increasing temperatures. Around 2.6 billion people have to depend on populating biomass fuels such as charcoal, coal, and animal waste for our cooking. Without access to clean, modern electricity, it is hard to fulfill sustainable development goals. To decrease poverty, widen education, and promote public health. Second, increase substantially the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. While renewable energy has undergone exceptional growth over the previous decade, its percentage of overall final energy consumption stayed consistent at roughly 17% of total final energy consumption, while global energy consumption rose at a comparable pace. Communities that lack access to the central electricity network may gain from on-off solar and other localized solutions, which may deliver energy access at reduced beginning cost. Developing nations with significant energy access gaps have begun to adopt integrated methods of power delivery, integrating upgraded centralized electricity networks with dispersed renewable energy alternatives. Lastly, double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency. Power demand, broadly defined as the amount of energy consumed to generate a particular product or service, is used as the indicator to measure progress on SDG 7.3. SDG 7.3.1 indicates it is expressly tracked in terms of basic energy and GDP, which is a factor that contributed to assessing national or global level progress. Sustainable Development Goal 7.3 objective asks for worldwide progress in energy efficiency by doubling the percentage of reduction in energy consumption globally by 2030.
Here are a few facts to further emphasize the significance of completing SDG 7. According to the United Nations Environmental Program, 3 billion people still rely on wood, coal, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and heating. You wouldn't believe that in this day and age of the world, with how sophisticated and how far our innovation and civilization have come, almost a quarter of the worldwide people still utilize the conventional technique of generating energy instead of adopting the more current way. Another one is that energy is the dominant contributor to climate change, accounting for around 60% of the total global greenhouse gas emissions. By achieving this objective, we will not only contribute to enhancing the lives of billions of individuals in the world, but we will also give our planet an opportunity to recover from the damages that we've caused her, and in turn, we will give the generation after generation that will dwell our planet in the upcoming years a healthy and sustainable home. Global usage of energy is rising quickly. Without a stable supply of electricity, nations cannot advance their economies. So, in order for us not to have a shortage, we should conserve our energy even in the smallest way we can, because it will make a big difference. The government or other big sectors can invest in clean energy sources by building windmills or putting up solar panels that will generate energy that produces no greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of air pollution. For buildings and industries, adopting cost-effective standards for a wider range of technologies could also reduce global electricity consumption. For individuals or households, here are some tips on how they can save energy. First, as much as possible, use natural light to save energy consumption. Buy rechargeable electronics. Don't buy one-time use batteries. Don't use multiple devices at the same time. Be mindful about this and only use several devices when absolutely necessary. Switch off your appliances at the socket and turn off the lights when not in use.
It advocates the use of less costly alternative to fossil fuels, which are both expensive and unsustainable. It is vital for managing the climate and decreasing the consequences of climate change.
As a closing remark, we want to leave you with this quote from Gloria Rubin. A transition to clean energy is about making an investment in our future. We should always remember that we are not just the only humans that are going to live in this world. The fate and the condition of the future generations heavily relies on how we handle the present.